Hey everyone, happy Friday and welcome to another edition of Friday Reads. Sorry that I've been gone for about a month, but I was traveling this summer back home to Massachusetts to see my family and friends. And then since I've been back, I've been shooting a lot and trying to catch up on edits, but I am back with a brand new book that I'm excited to share with you, which is Opening Lines with Jairus Jean, featuring Dominic on the cover. I am going to read the blurb and then tell you what I thought about it. Opening Lines is a steamy and sweet enemies to lovers male-male romance. People call Clark Dearwood stern. He prefers serious. They say he's rigid. He says focused. What others might call boring, he considers easily content. One thing no one has ever said about Clark is that he's passionate. So why does he find himself losing his cool every time he's near Bowen Price, his older brother's arrogant business partner? People call Bowen slimy, but he prefers cunning. They say he's cocky, he says confident. What others might call flirtatious, he considers friendly. One thing no one has ever said about Bowen is that he's a romantic. So why does he find himself pining for Clark Dearwood, his business partner's grumpy younger brother? So what I enjoyed the most about this book is the enemies to lovers component. At the beginning of the book, Clark and Bowen are very much at odds. Bowen will always be very flirtatious and flirty towards Clark, but Clark always brushes it off and acts very annoyed. Clark's whole family tells him repeatedly, Bowen clearly is attracted to you and he likes you, but Clark never sees it that way and just sees it as him trying to be annoying and a pain. Clark also self-admittedly has never really been attracted to someone or been romantic towards someone, so it takes a lot of self-evaluation or reflection for him to say, hey, I have feelings towards Bowen, and how do I want to act out on those feelings? So it's very interesting and cool to see throughout the process, throughout reading the book, how those feelings kind of develop and where they go. And if they're able to put aside their differences and how each of their family dynamics will come to play as well. I also did a little mini interview with Jairus, which I'm going to share with you. Bowen and Clark seems like complete opposites during the beginning of the book. Do you think opposites really do attract? And she says, I think you can tell it's been a little bit since I've done one of these. I think opposites do often attract, but I think Clark and Bowen have more in common than they initially thought, especially their devotion to their families, which I completely agree with, especially how each of them were brought up. Family is very, very important to Clark and Bowen, and how protective they each are over their family members. There were many themes encompassed in the book, my favorite being family, especially between Bowen and Wyatt. Was that something you knew would hold a prevalent role in the story? And she says, honestly, I had done a lot with Clark's family in the previous book, Crossing Lines, which was about his brother Matt. But I didn't realize how big of a role Sam and Wyatt would end up having in the book. They really just wouldn't stay in the background. I loved how as Clark and Bowen's relationship flourished, Sam and Wyatt's played a large role with subtle undertones, but it really reflected and affected Clark and Bowen's relationship. Without giving too much away, did you have a favorite scene to write and why? My favorite scene to write was the scene at Bowen's when they watched Sam's TV show, just because I love when most of the crew is together in one room and bantering. I do love all those scenes of the banter between the family members. I really enjoyed. I will say my favorite scene was when Clark is making Bowen an omelet. And I'll leave it at that. After readers finish Opening Lines, what would you like them to take away and why? I would hope that they come away from the book feeling happy and entertained, and with a sense that people who love each other can figure out how to fit in one another's lives, even if it's not easy. I think that is very true. So have you read Opening Lines by Jairus Jean, and what do you think about it? Stay tuned because I will definitely have more upcoming Friday reads. I'm starting a new book as we speak, so stay tuned. Have a great weekend, everyone.